Yay. All right. Quick one tonight. Paige isn't here. It's the best one ever. Peace out, jammers.
just just 1 minute, 60
That's
seconds.
that's all it is. All it is.
Oh, one little hidden gem that's out there on the Sphinx is like the newer run of like the Color Glow Metal Flake. Color Glow.
I have seen that stamp. The one I think the stamp I have is like with the sling blade. I think it's the same run, right?
Yeah, I believe so. It feels like the same run. I
Now,
got
are you gonna get a Bodanza?
a what? Oh, I got 5.
So,
They came in yesterday.
hmm, I've been watching
They
the reviews and like some of the pros playing them and or throwing them, and it seems like a good run. Did you ever like the Halo Sphinx run or no?
yeah, yeah. I mean, what I loved about the Halo Sphinx when it came out is that it was the most overstable. I mean, I use that word loosely with the Sphinx, but it's the most overstable Sphinx
Sphinx, yeah.
that's come out. And then this new run, I went to go throw it, and it's definitely more overstable than the last run.
Oh, so the Bodanza one is even more stable than the last Halo Sphinx.
Yeah, at least the one that I threw, which was like a uh, blurple with pink rim.
Blurple. Now, 10-6 minus 3-1. Is that what that is?
I think so. I think it's what it is. This one flies more like a -2.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I believe it. And I think
yeah.
it's like is it a Roadrunner bottom, Valkyrie top? I think Sidewinder
It's
bottom.
something like that.
I tell you, those Infinite people
Yeah,
like
yeah,
messing it up.
it's flippy. It's nice.
Mm.
Well, we can get started here. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Jammers in the Rough. Our fearless leader Paige is not here tonight,
It's a good
but
one.
you are stuck with myself, Josh, and Cody. So we're going to talk about a few things tonight. Starting with Cody's hot take. We're just going to jump right
We're
into
just gonna
that.
jump right into like that's
We're, s-
you can't.
you know,
It's only been
Cody's
2 minutes,
not here.
Josh.
Cody, I'm sorry.
I
Paige is
am
not
here.
here.
I am here.
Paige is not here. We're-
So I mean, I guess with the hot take, and my hot takes are always very mild at best. Like I need some hot sauce. I'm just not a confrontational person. I say it every week, and y'all keep making me do it. It's terrifying. Um, but I would say my hot take is pro disc golf isn't for old people. And you're probably thinking, what? Um, let's look at the competitive window of almost every major sport. As a physical education teacher, I've looked at this, looked about the biology and stuff like that. The peak physical average for a male is 27. So if you look into that like decline on sports and everything, 27 is usually the average for a peak physical specimen. And even just look at disc golf sports. Uh, just this last week, Anthony Barella. I don't know how old he is, but I'm pretty sure Anthony Barella is early 20s, 25, 26, maybe tops. Then you also have like Calvin Heimberg. I don't think he's 30 yet. Um, Simon Lizotte might be in his 30s. He got married and had a kid. But um, disc golf, we have age protected categories. We have our MP40, MP50. What's going to be the next step? When are they going to move into like an MP35, an MP30? Am I just being an old crotchety man yelling because I'm over that age? It just seems like people are aging out. Like, does Paul Macbeth really have a chance against these people anymore?
I mean, I think Paul McBeth does. I think he's having a slow start. I think he's having a rough start. Um, but we all know that at any point he can just pop off and be on that lead card final round. The problem I see with changing it to like having an MP30 is that it's right on the cusp. It's on the cusp. There's a lot of people playing MPO who are above 30.
True.
Um, and I feel like I mean, I know it's getting younger and younger, the people who are dominating the sport. Um, but at the same time, you got Matty O out there. You got Owen Scoggins out there. Um, you got lots of players. And I feel like MP30. I mean, it's
It's just making it too
possible.
young.
I mean, I think it might be too young to do. MP40 makes sense. I mean, I don't think. I don't know. That's a hard one. I just think MP30 could be a little too young to throw in there. Um, just
Okay, Anthony
because,
Barella's
yeah.
24. I looked it up. He's 24. Now, I guess I don't know. I guess I see what you're saying because yes, and I say it all the time to my students. Life's not fair. I get it. Those people, you know, it doesn't matter if you're 24 or 44. Someone's going to be better than you at something. But it's just, is that going to be the next stepping stone? Or are they going to start doing other? Because what was the first category? Probably like MP50,
Like the
and
first
then
ever made.
yeah, the first age protected category. What was it?
I have zero clue. I have zero clue. I mean,
Okay.
MP50, MP60, MP70.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure they have like MP70 and higher.
okay, like all those kind of make sense. Um, Mainly because at that age you start slowing down. At that age, and I don't mean this for everyone, just generalizing here. You slow down a bit, and you want to go out and be competitive, but you don't want to play against these young guns who can just outthrow you. Like you want to play against people your age that are as good as you, and have fun doing it. Because once you start playing with people who just dominate you every single time in a tournament, because of your age, and you could blame it on that, it doesn't become fun. It could just be discouraging and cause you to lose the love of disc golf. But going out there and having conversations with people who can relate with you more, you're not the same person when you're 24 as you are when you're 44. The subjects you have, the conversations in between holes are just so different.
It's true.
So I
Anthony
mean,
Barella is
I
probably
see it.
like picking up pit vipers, and I'm trying to pick up my
Yeah.
kids.
Showing off his
Uh,
collection of pit
yeah, that's
vipers.
true. Hey, I will say, dude, he has probably the best jerseys and swag. Watching his videos, he is like a frat boy playing disc golf, and I kind of love it and I kind of hate it at the same time. Um, but it's definitely, and I guess like the truth can be said about any sport. It's always going to be a young women's game. Just because that's how your body is made. And I guess I
Mm,
am just a man that is in his late 30s, whose hip gave way, whose body is just giving up
and
the ghost.
and you're just like protesting that you want that
And I'm
MP.
just like, yo,
You
give
want
me
the
that,
MP30.
give it to. I'm pretty sure I'd still get beat by MP40 guys. So, because like our local pro is like 40 some, and sometimes I will like. Just this last week, he's in our leagues. He beat me by 1 stroke, and then sometimes he'll beat me like 6 or 7 strokes. So I do feel better knowing that like a local pro is not destroying me anymore. Um, but he's like MP41. I know that's not one, but he is. Who is a Facebook user? Don't they have to put that thing in there? Did you not put that out there,
they
Josh? Come
they
on.
have that choice. They have the choice. Are you talking about Paige or Tato hip given out? Yes, yes, we are.
I don't know how
Um,
old Paige is. He seems like an old soul.
let's see.
Uh,
Gary says technical sports are different than aerobic intensive sports, especially when some courses that are more technical can favor more experienced players. And I
oh, I
agree with this. I agree with that. I agree with that.
yeah, I 100% agree with that. Where this is a game where experience will sometimes trump ability, just because the shot. You don't have to be able to rip 400 feet to know what's going to be your best upshot with the disc where you are. Um, but at the same time, it seems over and over again where the younger players are going to be the ones that are winning, just from looking at MPO and stuff. Like even looking at Ricky Wysocki, him and Paul for how many years were neck and neck for the top two players in the world. I looked, Ricky's 31, and he doesn't seem to be quite at that peak anymore. I'm not saying he's not
Um,
still one of the best players in the world because I would consider him that, but is he on the downslope?
I mean, the people that you saw on the top 2 years ago have dropped many spots, many spots down. Still top 25 in the world, which is a very, very impressive thing to have. The thing that I see though is when you get older, those courses that are just wide open bomber shots, you have to be more technical on a lot of them, but there's still the kids that can come out there and throw down a 600, 700 foot shot. They're going to
I,
outthrow the older players a lot of the times. That's not, like I said, generalizing. Majority of the time, they're going to be outthrown. And I can see that being a big factor. So, you know what? I'm going to vote for yes for MP 30 just for you, Cody.
See, well, I'm going to be 40 in like 2 years, so I'm trying to do it for the younger generations. I care about them. It is funny though, like we have another couple of local guys. It's a family, and they are all like these like farm boys, but they all have these like I have a pretty big wingspan, but all of these guys are like lean and tall, and they can throw like the youngest kid, 16, he can throw 550, pushing 600 feet, and he's just like a freak. But he's the youngest sibling, and he watched all of his older brothers play. They would bring him with them. That's why I'm like, I need to bring my kids with me, teach them young. And I mean, he's already beaten all the older people, and he's sub 20. So
Sub 20. You mean a teenager?
yeah, that's what I said. Sub 20. I said he was 16. In a couple years, I'm going to say they're going to have to like make an MP 20. Like, listen, we got to put you in the age protected division, 20 and up.
I was waiting for my
What
daughter to tell me that. I'm not a teenager. I'm sub 20. Love it.
sub 20?
Yeah,
That's the new one. Sub 20.
I
Sub
like it.
20. So yeah, I know it's probably something that will never happen because I do agree that there is a competitive window, and most people are still in that. Ricky Wasaki is still, what did he get last within Jonesboro? He got within top 15, top 10. So he's still there, and he's 31. It's not like he is an old
Tied for
man.
12th.
Okay, top 15. Still tied for 12th. And that was with a three-way tie for second. Um,
Yeah,
so
we can hop into Jonesboro. Let's do that. Let's hop into
but
Jonesboro.
old people, get out of the game.
Is that what you're leaving it with?
Give it up.
Summarizing. Old people, get
Yeah.
out of the game.
Hot
All
take,
right.
old people, just get a walker and walk off the course. We don't want you. We don't need you. And I'll be joining you here soon.
Oh, okay. Jonesboro. Jonesboro was, I will say, was my favorite tournament to, or at least my favorite final round to watch MPO all of this year. And I'm going
Okay, I
to
would say ever or just
I
this
will
year.
say I will say all of last year as well. Um, what an exciting final round. I mean, over at FPO, we had Kristen going in with a really good lead. Every once in a while, Chris is going to have that run she goes on and just dominates every single person on the field. What she win by like seven, eight, she won by 9 strokes. 9 strokes.
Oh, how old is she? I gotta look it
Uh,
up.
gotta look it
Gotta
up.
look it up. But yeah, I mean
Um,
that's just a dominant performance.
yeah, yeah. I mean, she is she is a very, very special FBO player, and she's fun to watch. I'm more like, as far as watching live sports goes, I'm more into close matches, ones that it could go different directions. And when Kristen goes on one of her runs, it's like you're fascinating to watch on how good you are at disc golf. But at the same time, I'm looking for that competition. Um, One thing I will say is Evelina this year. I mean, night and day from last year. She she's gotten her putting down for the most part. She's ending in top 10 a lot of the times. I have her on one of my year-round fantasy disc golf leagues, and she is helping my score not crumble by my other picks. Since I picked Eagle McMahon first round, and he decided not to play for a while.
I mean, Evelina, she is. Did she fix her yips? The putting? I didn't get to watch her putting as close.
She's not fun to watch when she's not hitting her lines. It's very true. Um,
But couldn't you say that about anyone? They're not fun. I mean, I
uh,
wouldn't want to watch anyone go out there and like hit every first tree available. So
wants to know. Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up. Jerry Ann wants to know what you think about MPO Trophy saying men's Open champion to oppose to mixed Open champion. You know, that was yeah. Paige sent us that
get
picture.
them.
I'm gonna pull it up. I got it right here.
Jerry
Yeah.
Ann is just a Canadian that chooses violence on the daily.
she wakes up and chooses violence for sure. Um, yeah, I mean it's interesting that they would take that chance. Is it a political statement? Is that the route that I have not heard of them changing it from
I don't
mixed
think
open to
it still says like if you look up PDGA, it still says mixed open. So
yeah.
we did a lot of talking about trophies last week. So
Hmm.
I wonder it was this oversight. Did somebody take care of the trophies that really didn't know what it was? Did they just see it was they thought MPO, FPO, so they did, oh, okay, FPO is female open. Well, I'm guessing MPO is male. So men's. So if it was done on purpose, I could see some outrage. If it was just some local trophy play, because it looks like it was done by some local trophy company. Like one of the dads at my school, he runs a trophy shop, and people send him stuff all the time. He says whatever they send me in, I just print it out, put it out there, and because like you've probably seen like the memes where it's like the birthday cake and it says like 777.677.jpg, and you're like,
Yeah,
what the heck? Yeah.
yeah.
So he's had that happen before where it's like, make sure you write exactly what you want. So, Jerry Ann, for one thing, put that thing on your computer so we know who you are so you don't have to talk in third person. Jerry Ann says she's at work. Um, Second, I if this became a trend at different events, I could see maybe some sort of questioning. But if it was just like a one-time thing, I wonder if like the PDJ is even aware. Like, did anyone notice?
Yeah, but the thing is though, is that like when you're running the tournament, if you're having a trophy be created, or anything for that fact, like bag tags, trophies, the person who is making it for you will send you something to proof. Like, how does this look? How does this font look? How does the wording look? So, whoever's running the tournament or who's in charge of approving things also was aware of this happening. So that's where I'm like, I don't know if it wasn't on purpose or not. So,
True. Now, let's say we
sure.
sit down 100 disc golfers from
Mhm.
casual to pro. We show them a picture and say, "What do you think of this trophy?" How many of those 100 do you think would notice that right away?
I mean, a lot. I think a lot. If they're,
You think 50-50?
I'd probably say 60-40 in favor of
That
them
would
seeing it.
notice. They would.
I would
You think?
notice.
I don't think as many casual disc golfers know, and because they probably think the same thing. FPO stands for Female Professional Open, and MPO. They probably don't know MPO is mixed. I would guess that because think about when you first started playing. When I saw it, I thought, oh, F, and because in other sports it's just like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, who knows? But I definitely noticed it, and it
I
was.
say Jerry Ann should write a strongly worded letter to some sort of Canadian official. I don't know, like, do you guys to logging people? I don't know who's in charge up there. Is it like Tim Hortons or something? I don't know, but
Let's
complain.
see. Is Kristen fun to watch, or is she only fun to watch when she's winning? I think Kristen's fun to watch. I think Kristen's a very talented disc golfer. And watching her pull off some of the lines that she does is it's enjoyable to me to watch her.
Yeah, I don't know why she wouldn't be fun to watch. And I like that she seems classy. And what I mean by that is, uh, again, maybe I'm just an old man now, but like she's not super showy, not overly. I'm not saying she's not emotional and that emotions are a bad thing, but she seems like composed. Like I'm a professional at this, and I'm not to say like other people aren't fun. I'm thinking of like Johnny McEnroe. like in
Hmm.
tennis and stuff. Like he was fun to watch, and he would cuss at refs. So, but I could watch Kristen play because I think she does the sport the right way and does a service to the sport,
Yeah.
um, just for
And
how
then
she composes herself.
to answer your question, which is very true, Evelina's putting is on fire. The yips that she was in last year, they're not happening. I think I might have remembered maybe one or a couple holes that I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's what's happening with that putt. But she's been on it. She's been landing high up in the rankings at each tournament. Um, so yeah, I think the putting yips are gone for that woman.
Man, that's got to be a that would improve her game tremendously. I feel like that was the only thing
Hmm.
holding her back because she could crush. I thought
Yeah,
she did great at upshots and her mid-range game was good, but like if she got within 30 feet of that basket, you thought, oh, here's a 3 or 4 putt coming, and I've seen it. Um, but again, I wonder how bad her C1 putting actually is if you looked at her stats. Because again, most people were always focused on the negative. Hey, this person's screwing this up when
mm.
she probably made. Is this Jerry Ann still? Does she hate Kristen Sitar? Is there like a Canadian
No,
Estonia
I
thing
think so.
that I don't know about? Like, y'all hate each
I think
other?
she. I think it's about Kristen. I think she pouts when she misses her shots, and it's an ick to me. Yeah,
Well, now I got to look it up. Like, I don't, I guess,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
she does, but a lot of people do. I mean, like how many MPO players do you see that miss a putt on a final round and like kick their mini or just you see a little grump faced? They're so upset.
Yeah, hey, I get
It
it. That
happens to
would be
all
an
of
ick
them.
for me too. Yeah, I don't like that again because I always think like, would I want my kids watching this, and would I want my kids acting like this? No, I wouldn't. So if she does do that, Jerry Ann, I'm sorry.
You're apologizing
Sorry.
for
Yeah, I feel
Kristen
like I just got to
to Jerry Ann.
apologize. Yeah, to Jerry Ann. She's just
He's
on
just
one tonight, y'all.
he's just so sorry. Okay, so we'll move over to MPO, which again, my favorite final round of MPO to watch in the last 2 years. It was so freaking close, and we almost had an amazing story with Callaway. I feel what truly lost it for Callaway, and I know he's not going to forget this, is when he laid up. What hole was that? He laid up on a hole they didn't want to fight the wind on when he
Oh,
could
you
have
don't lay
putted
up.
for
You
when he
don't lay
putted.
up.
Mm-mm. And then the fact that you lose by, you don't tie by one. I would never forget that layup I did. I get that it was windy. It's a safe shot, and oh, but on the
But if
final
you're
round,
going
when
for
you
a
have
final round win, can you be safe?
not when there's like 9 people in contention, like
Yeah.
on the lead card, third card, who are just running for first place. There's too many people in contention to not run that eagle, and he wasn't that far away from it. I think it was maybe circle two, but it was just really windy in that spot. And that
I,
layup happened, and he took a bird instead of an eagle. Ends up not
mm,
tying because I think he went out of bounds on 18. Um, but then AB, AB, he wasn't hitting all of it. You would not think that he's the one that was going to win it if you start at the start of round three. But the fact that AB went so long, being so close to winning a tournament and then falling apart, last year and now this year, he got his first win and now he's got three under his belt, three W's. Like he is killing it this year.
so
Um,
do you think it was confidence where you get that one and then you just keep adding on to it because it's like I did it once, I can do it again? Or has he improved his game from joining Discraft? Like what's the big difference here?
I personally feel like he did something to fix his mental game
Okay.
because take that was it? I think it was last year, yeah, where that last year when he had Paul Macbeth on his bag and he was thrown like forehand, I think it was a forehand up to the island hole and he kept missing it or going out of bounds and I keep redoing it. I mean, he's good enough that he should have been able to maybe go out of bounds once, possibly twice, and then correct it. And the mental part of it, I feel, destroyed him on that round in that hole. And watching him play this season, you can tell that it feels like he's done a lot of work to keep himself focused. Because, like I said, at the beginning of round three, he was doing okay, but I was not expecting AB to be the one who ended up with the W. Even like halfway through the round, I was not expecting it. I thought it was going to be between Ezra, who had the fire round of the top players. I think he shot a 55, or Callaway, and that was not the case. AB is like stuck to his game. He kept in his head. He knows that he's got to keep pushing forward, and that just shows a lot of growth in that kid, being able to stay in it, knowing that people have that much of a lead on you, which isn't far, but it's a lead, and you're not playing great coming out the first, the front nine. So yeah, I think AB really deserved this win. Um, it's just cool to see. I'm just happy to be alive during this generation of disc golfers.
Happy to be alive, Josh.
Happy to be alive. See, little MP30 over there getting
I
tired.
know, getting tired, dude. Remember, it's 9 o'clock here. I still have my t-ball stuff on from coaching my son. This is my life now. I live at the baseball field every night. Every night.
No worries, no worries. Well, I mean,
Now,
also, what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say now, thinking of another player that might just be near that threshold, Ezra. Ezra, I think, is someone that is
Hmm.
always in the back of my mind. It's like, I'm sure he's like top 15, somewhere there, because he can mash, but he's another one that just doesn't seem to put it together when it matters. And then right here, Jonesboro, second place, missing by 1 stroke. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's not like he played bad. Like round three, he was 55, which out of the top 5 players, he had the best round. Then round before that, he had a 53 on round two, but he took that 58 in round one, and he'd had a little bit rougher start on round one, and at the end of the day, that's what kept him from taking that down the win. But he stayed so focused going through all of round three as well. He came out, I believe he started with like birdie, 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 3 or 4 in a row. He played a phenomenal round. And again, his head was in it. He was doing really well. I feel like he was just a little too far back, just a tiny bit too far back. When you also have somebody like AB coming up behind you, all of a sudden starts throwing well, and he's not letting up. Um, it was a really close game, like I said. Like, was it 24 first place, 23, 23, 23, 22, 21? Like, what a freaking round of disc golf to watch. I
And
love
that's
it
not
when it's
saying,
that
and
close.
yeah, that's not bad disc golf. I can't be like,
Mm-mm.
he should have played better. Like, that is fantastic shooting. I think those are all 1,020 plus rated rounds. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
mean,
uh,
I like
what
this one. This
can
is
you?
this is a good point.
I was just gonna say, can you hear highlight Gary's comment?
Yeah.
So is that where that mental fortitude comes up? The MPO final round was a matter of watching players lose their drive to win. The tournament, Callaway, Aderhold, Heinberg, and one player maintained that steady win to drive. Barella, his eagle putt on 14 sealed the deal. So was that momentum shift on 14 where he makes that putt and it's like, hey, I'm in it to win it, or did people just get those unlucky breaks?
I mean, like again, all three Callaway, Aderhold, and Heinberg all had a drive that did not go well for them. And AB had a rough start, not horrible, just rougher than the rest. And then that back nine, he just picked up momentum and he did not let off the gas, and passed up all those people as they had those little tiny mistakes.
And I would definitely rather start rough and finish stronger, no matter the score, than start strong and get progressively worse.
Yeah,
Um, Because then I feel like that's when that mental game really kicks in, where if you notice you're making those mistakes, then you're gonna kind of sit on those mistakes and you're going to keep rethinking about those like, oh, I made that mistake. And then you're going to play timid, you're going to play scared. And you see it in every sport. So I think Barella got that confidence. And then, yeah, I guess 14 on just kind of put it on the gas and kept going.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch. Like I even rewatched. I watched it live, and then I rewatched it in what was that Jomez Pro. The thing is, like, I'm finding watching live is way more appealing when it's this close because Jomez like does a decent job at like doing like the chase card check in and stuff like that. But watching
Oh,
live, it's always happening, and you're able to follow like all the cards the whole entire round. Um,
ooh. Yeah, I think that really made it go up. Joshua, I just got a message. Check your invites. But yes, I
yeah,
think live much better to watch live when it's this close of an event where like when you see Tatar winning by 9 strokes, it's not as like, do I really have 3 holes? She's winning by 9. Um, so
mhm.
not as cool. Still cool. I don't want to say that too loud. Jerry Ann might get all mad. How dare you talk about Tatar?
I see no message. I see no
No,
message.
Manny says he's here.
He's not even in there. He's lying.
Manny,
He's
Manny,
not in
Manny,
there.
Manny,
He's lying to you. He is not here. Um,
Manny, a man of just lies. How dare you, Manny? Bum, bum.
what's next week? The Music City Open.
I think
Yeah,
so.
it is.
Mute.
Who you
Who do you
calling
think's?
for? Who you think's gonna
Ooh,
win? I said it. You got to go
I mean,
first. I said
I won the fantasy event last year for the season. I still did not get anything. Um, just like Paige Hurtado owes me like 6 packages, and I still haven't received a single one of those. I'm about to take them to the feedback group, but that's something else. I would say, I would say it's kind of is Barella playing because it's kind of hard to not ride the hot hand. I always
you
will
think
pick Tatar for FPO because I think she is just I will take my 50-50. I feel like she's a 50-50 shot. 50-50.
Tar?
Who Tatar.
Yeah, Owen's not playing. Um, Eagle is back.
The Eagle has landed.
Yeah, Eagle is finally back.
Ooh.
I went
I
all season not be able to pick him on my fantasy draft, and now I just put him in,
I'm
and I
going
think he's gonna win.
to I'm going to say here's my guess. Music City Open. I'm trying to think who did well there last year. I'm gonna go Barella,
Okay.
Simon, Calvin, and then for FPL, I'm gonna go Tatar. There's no own playing.
Mm,
I'm gonna go Tatar. I'm gonna pick Evelina for third if she plays,
okay.
and I would say second. I'm gonna say is Ella. You think Ella's playing this one?
I think so. I believe
I'm
she's
gonna
in there.
go. All right, I'm gonna go Tatar, Ella, Evelina for my
Okay.
FPO, and then for my men, it was Barella.
Uh-huh.
Did I say Simon?
Mhm.
Cowan.
Okay.
What about you,
Uh,
Josh?
MPO, I'm gonna say Eagle's gonna come back and just win it. I'm gonna say it's gonna go Eagle,
Oh,
followed by Calvin, and
okay.
then uh, Proctor.
The
I
proctologist.
am gonna manifest this to happen. Just putting it, putting the energy in there to my fantasy picks.
I will say he has the greatest nickname ever. The proctologist.
Proctologist. FPO. I think Cat Merch is gonna take it down.
I always forget
Um,
about cat merch.
I think Evelina is gonna come in second, not third, and then I'll say Kristen gets third.
You're gonna say Kristen gets third.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. Someone mark this down. Paige probably isn't paying attention because who knows what Paige is doing right now.
He's playing disc golf.
He probably is playing disc golf. I guarantee he is.
But I don't see
Uh,
any Manny trying to come in at all.
Manny, you tell me you're here and then you're not here. I feel like it's just lies, lies, lies.
Also, Manny's supposed to be having a new logo for us this year.
But
Let's talk about that since he's not here to defend himself.
so let's just run. Wait, Manny's messaged me. I don't have the link. Oh my gosh, Manny. Let me give Manny the link.
Do it.
Let me do everything for Manny.
Um,
Soul, soul.
Paige decided to take tonight off. I believe this was like a pre scheduled manicure. He books out 6 months in advance, and he couldn't miss this one. They just got his a certain polish he likes came in, so he didn't want to miss that. That's where he's at.
Where's Paige Hurtado? We're having have you noticed it's been very civil tonight? No screaming, no random housework going on in the background.
No random housework, yeah.
No just loud cursing. It's a very child-friendly event tonight. We wanted everyone to feel welcome. And when Paige is here, he gets mad, he gets rage-filled. And that's what happens. So we wanted it to be this is Family Tuesday.
Family Tuesday.
Family Tuesday.
While we're waiting for Manny to pop in, what are you putting with right now?
Oh, I'm an EMAC judge man, a soft EMAC judge. I love soft putters. The man of the hour. And I have tried everything. I started out when I first started playing with judges. Putted judges for a while. I tried P2s, I tried other things, and it just every time I came back, I'm just a soft burst EMAC man myself. What about you, Josh? Are you still a P2 man? I feel like that's not your jam.
Well, I was throwing the altars during the winter, but I've switched back to my 2-ring D-line P2s.
Ooh.
Yeah, more beat up the better.
You like them beat up because it's just that straight?
No. I find that the 2-ring D-lines, when you beat them up, they still have some decent fade.
Okay.
If you lob them. If not, they're little laser beams. I like them a lot. How's it going, Manny?
Throwing?
Hey guys,
Sorry,
Paige ain't here.
I would have been here earlier, but Tuesday is my coaching night. Coach my
Manny. I get the coaching. Trust me.
Yeah.
My son's tall. I get it.
Yeah, but tonight was one of those nights where a parent decided not to pick up their kid until 20 minutes after practice.
Isn't that the most frustrating thing? I have that happen at school all the time.
Yeah. So, I mean, I usually run over a little bit, but tonight I was like, all right, I got to go because I got stuff to do. And no, I waited there for 20 minutes.
I thought you were going to say you run over kids. So I thought you were about to incriminate yourself. So I was going to be like,
only my own kids. Only my own kids. Putters? I putt with P2s. I like P2s. I actually... my favorite putter, and I have a bunch stashed away, and I just kind of cycle them through so none of them get totally destroyed, are the old X-Line P2s.
Oh, yeah.
Can we please talk about X-Line? Because I want to know the difference between X-Line and like stiff P-Line, because I know they're like not made anymore, but even like Infinite has their own X-Line, and I like pick them up. I'm like, I can't tell the difference.
I don't know what it is. It's I mean, for me, I mean, it's just it's like a little bit just like tackier for in my hand is kind of what it feels like. A little bit almost like chalkier is kind of what at least the ones that I got. And when I found out that they were getting rid of them, happened to be at the warehouse, and I grabbed every single X line I can find. And that was about like, I don't know, it was only like 6 of them that they had left there, but I grabbed a bunch of them. And then I also had a bunch of Solar Crusher stamped X line ones that I have that I just kind of shift through.
Now, there's also like a K line. Isn't there a K line too?
I don't know.
Way back when, like it was like the K line in plastic. It's like I mean, it's kind of like D line, maybe a little bit stiffer in between K and B, like D and P.
Gotta put that D in that P, baby.
But people get used to how a disc feels with that plastic.
You need the K line to get the D and the P.
There
Easy, fella. He's taking. Oh, Paige. He's channeling his inner Paige. Now, have you tried the new P2s before we leave our P2s? Do you like the new Discmania P2s? Or
I actually do. You know, I have a few of those that I'll throw in every once in a while. I mean, I honestly cycle through putters a lot because I'm the type of person that if a putter's not going in the basket, I got to put it in timeout.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've been pretty solid on the 2 that I've been using recently. One is an old X-Line one, and one is what am I think they're both X-Lines right now. And one is a Soul Crusher stamp, and one is just an older X-Line that I have. You know, but I'll use the newer ones. I don't mind the newer ones. In fact, there was actually one time when I wasn't putting well in a tournament. I actually did something I tell people never to do, which is I started throwing the disc I got for the tournament because I had in my bag and it was a putter and I couldn't putt for some reason. So I just switched out my putter. I think if you're going to do that, I think a putter is probably the best way to go because don't throw a brand new driver that you get for the tournament that day.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
I've tried the newer P2. I don't hate it. I'm just so used to that old, softer D-line plastic.
Yeah.
It's a feel thing for me. I own quite a few just in case I ever lose the many old ones I have.
Yeah, I own so many that it's just like not even funny. Hold on, let me see if I can find one of my favorite ones real quick. Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, this one's on the new run of them.
Ooh, yeah, you've always liked that Arachnid stamp.
Dude, it's my favorite one. It's my favorite one. And it's an OG for TSA.
That is an OG. Because I've seen that on lots of other discs. I saw it on like Glow MD3s, P2s. I don't think anything else. Now, Manny, you got about like 10-ish minutes to drop some knowledge on us. Tell us about your. Can Manny even hear me? Probably not.
Probably not.
Because I just see like a creature in the back lurking.
All right, pulling out some sweet P2s.
All right, Manny, I was saying we got about like 10-ish minutes.
Yeah.
So you got 10 minutes, baby. Drop it on us.
All right, cool. This is I don't even know what this is. This might be an X line or an old D line or whatever, but this is a design that I did for Johnny Roberts Memorial. I love this one. Cool. I have a few different things. This is actually okay. So this is a P line.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I almost have like an FD on.
Probably. But okay, so here's an X line. This is one of my X lines that I absolutely love, and I have a couple that are couple twins of this.
Oh, I've seen that stamp before.
So I actually need to ship out an MD1 with that stamp on it that someone bought. I'm shipping out a bunch of discs. I finally had to go through and sell some stuff. Check this out. Okay, so this is a Sky God 1 run with that same stamp. This was once I started doing the very first time I went to the warehouse, Discmania warehouse, was when it was still in California.
R.I.P.
It was literally like I was able to get a Sky God, a blank Sky God with that stamp. So I don't throw it anymore because since it's so clear, it's hard to find, and I don't want to lose it. But a couple of my favorite P2s.
What does it say?
It says my Manny,
My Manny.
and then it has the
man.
it has HBD 2018. One of my buddies had these made for. I do a birthday round usually every year, and we go up to Bear Mountain, and someone had those stamped for me, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
No.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I mean,
stamp
I
disc for your that's pretty
yeah,
crazy.
I love my
So-
P2s.
So just 2 exist in this world?
Of what? No,
that
there was
gift?
actually they had about 20 of those. I don't know how many P2s. There were different molds, and it was I got a few of them, and then they just gave them out to like people at the that were at my birthday round. You know,
Cool.
the
Don't
last
let
time
Colton see. Colton will spend like $300 on those if he knows there's only 20. He'll freak out.
Colton who?
Colton, is it Evats?
I don't know.
He's
I
the guy
probably
that's
know who
always
he
buying
is.
team stamps. He buys team stamps. Loves
Yeah.
team stamps.
I have a
Or
few
He'd buy
team
a team
stamps.
stamp turd.
I have a few team stamps, but I'm not ready to let those go. They've all been thrown. I have an MD1, an MD3, maybe an MD4, a couple other things. I don't know.
Okay.
But I like
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Yeah, yep.
Manny,
Got
you got
any new
any
art?
I was just gonna say, you got any new art to share with us that you can share with us?
I actually don't. I was planning on getting it together before we were coming, and before I got home and getting it together, and it was just like, thanks, Dad, for showing up 20 minutes late. But I will get some stuff. I heard you talking about me before I was able to get in. Yes, there is a new logo coming, and we will get it to you very soon.
I mean, Paige
top
isn't
priority.
here. Drop it on us without Paige so we can rub it in his face.
Let's just tell him that I show you guys, and it's done, and you guys love it. And since he wasn't here, he's no longer in the logo.
That's
we go.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Can you just like Photoshop him out of it, or just make something cool without him in it?
Yeah, I don't need to Photoshop him out. I could just like take him out. You know, I mean, it's my own drawing.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's your own drawing.
Perfect.
I don't have it.
Perfect.
I just got a disc from Colton that's team stamped. It's a team stamp tactic, but it's like
You're not on the team, Josh.
the Razor Claw 2 mold of a tactic. I'm really excited to throw it. I don't care if it's valuable or team stamp. I want to throw that disc.
Yeah.
I actually just got this from Colton too. K2 Berg.
Berg.
What?
You don't like the Berg?
Manny.
Berg. No, I'm.
You know who else doesn't like the Berg is Paige. So now you and Paige are like the same person. How does that make
Don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
How does
to
that
me.
make you feel?
That makes me feel horrible, dude.
Exactly. So think about it.
Look at this.
before
I
you
got a
say
tear
that.
in my eye. Look right there. It's right there. It's
I
dripping
hope you
down.
hear this, Paige. You and Manny are more alike than you think.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's probably why we don't get along, is because we're so much alike. You know, maybe I'll see if I could jump in with you guys in another 2 weeks instead of waiting a full other month, since I was only here for like 10 minutes because of stuff.
We will always take Manny time because it takes away from what we have to do, and nobody wants to hear us talk.
Yeah.
And maybe in 2 weeks you got some new art to share.
Yeah, I mean, I have some stuff.
Older stuff that you've done. I like when you show the older stuff that you've done.
Oh man, we can. If you want to do some old stuff, next time I could line up a couple old things. I don't want to, we're running out of time. I don't want to go dig through my closet, but
yeah.
My closet back there, I have a full shelf that goes all the way back to like the first stamp that I've ever done.
So in 2 weeks we might have a Manny's Closet adventure. Do you hear that, people? R. Kelly's making a guest appearance and everything.
Yeah. Manny's coming out of the closet. Manny's disc coming out of the closet.
I love it.
Trapped in the
closet.
closet.
So wait, let me ask you this. Okay, so what did you put with, Cody? What did you say?
Soft EMAC judges. I don't like a big
bead. Yeah.
And very small bead, and I like shallow, thin putters.
Yeah.
Like
I hate beads. Now, and Josh is obviously P2, so no beads. Um, I was just asking because the whole reason, like when I first started playing, I went to a store and I was throwing wizards, and it was when the super stupid stuff came out, which the very first run of those just had the $3 signs on it. I don't know if you remember that.
The money run.
Yeah, a long time ago. It's like 2008. And I went to the store and I picked up a couple just because I wanted a couple more, and I grabbed them and I paid for them. And I'm driving away, and you get a new disc, right? You got to feel it the whole time, So I'm driving, I got my hand on it, like I got a girlfriend in the seat next to me, right? I hope my wife's not listening. Anyway, so I pick one up, and I'm like, "What? This one feels so much different, So, yeah, I thought I bought Wizards, and I picked one up, and I was like, "What the hell is different?" I was like, "I kind of like the way that this feels." Well, someone had put a Warlock in the Wizard pile, and as soon as I felt that without the bead, I was like, "This is so much better." And so ever since then, it's just like the bead is stupid,
Is
So
a
is it
warlock a beadless wizard?
pretty much?
Oh,
And
yeah. I don't like beads either.
that's why I totally went away from beads. Was a total mistake. It was just it was just random, and I've never been able to handle a bead since. I don't mind it. I mean, if it's like total micro bead on like maybe a mid range or something like that, but for putting, it just feels so much better in my hand without a bead.
What's what? Speaking of old gateway, I bought a basket and some disc from some like old head that I use at school, and in there was a super stupid soft voodoo, and it was like 150 gram. I left it at school, and I would play with it, and man, at school I could like spit that from anywhere. I was like, I had no idea what a voodoo was, but man, that super soft light plastic felt good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do they still make the magics as well? Those are fun too. The magic.
I don't know. I don't know. They make only like putter. Oh, actually, they got some nice drivers now, but they
Yeah.
made only putters for the longest time.
Yeah.
I think Paige is on Team Gateway now or something. Or is that Team Hooligan? One of them.
Hooligan.
Mm.
Hey, you know what I just noticed? You guys were talking about Music City.
Yeah.
It's sponsored by Lone Star this year.
Oh.
Music City Open presented by Lone Star. I found that interesting.
So
Yeah.
Manny, Josh, and I both gave our top 3 MPO and FPO predictions for Music
I
City
did
Open.
see that. I heard that
So
while I was waiting.
we need to hear yours.
Oh man. Oh. Let me look at the field over here. God, it's hard to go. It's hard to go against Barella right now, right? That dude is.
I know.
Friggin' hot. It's just like I'm gonna go with Nico LaCastro. No, sorry.
Whoa.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Now that's a hot take, actually.
I don't know, man.
You think about that for a little bit. Let that marinate.
It's gonna be someone coming out of nowhere. Conrad is gonna come in and take it.
He'll just throw only envies, and they'll always go in, no matter where they are.
Dude.
I did see Conrad threw a forehand the other day, and Chandler Kramer threw a backhand during a practice round. Paul Macbeth shared a video.
Crazy
Paul
talk.
Macbeth was he made a comment. He's like, I saw the holy shot go in, and this is still more spectacular. And it showed James Conrad, that iconic hole over the water. Conrad doing a forehand, gets it on there, and Chandler Kramer with a backhand. And Paul Macbeth was like, "You'll never see this again."
Yeah, I know, right?
I think James overshot it too with the forehand.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, that guy's. He must be working out.
Yeah.
He's working out.
Well, we are at the top of the hour, so we might possibly have Manny back in 2 weeks.
I was gonna say,
I would like to. So let's plan on it. Hopefully, all my parents pick up their kids.
In 2 weeks, that will be the 30th. So Tuesday the 30th, Manny special edition in the closet, looking at discs that may or may not get out.
I can pull some.
If you want, we can make sure Paige isn't here again. If you want a more chill atmosphere, if you want him here because you want to argue, that's fine too.
I just like making fun of him. There's
We
always
all
something
do.
to make fun of. Paige.
We all do.
It's just like,
It's out of love, though, Paige. If you're listening.
yeah.
Well, all right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for popping on just for a bit, Manny. Always
Yeah.
a pleasure to have you on. Want to thank all the sponsors: All Day Disc Golf, Rare Disc. Use discount code Jammers for 10% off. So we got
Soul
Soul
Crusher.
Crusher showing up to
With
the party a
Manny
little
the
bit,
man.
and CH Sports.
It's in the game.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Keep
Hey, real-
jamming in the rough. Oh,
real
go ahead.
quick,
Manny,
I
drop
do gotta say I like the cat merch call. I was that you, Josh? That's
It
a very
was.
good call, I think.
So wait, Manny, the last thing we want these people to hear. What's your top 3? Drop it. Drop it.
Okay, I'm gonna go Barella, Eagle, and Conrad. I'm just
Ooh.
picking them, not necessarily in that order. That's just
Okay,
what I'm
top 3.
calling.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right. I do. Who had? Was it you, Cody? That had?
I had Evelina.
No.
Ella,
Okay,
and
so
Tatar.
I like Tatar, Evelina, and Merch. No,
Okay.
sorry, not Evelina, Tatar, Ella, and Merch.
Ooh, okay.
I always root for Ella. I need Ella
Yeah.
to win a big one. She's so awesome, and it's just like, whenever I get to do something for her. I did finish the new Showstopper a while ago, so I can't wait till that comes out because it's totally different. We had fun with that because Ella's a really fun person, so that's a really fun stamp, and I can't wait till that one comes out.
Heck
Perfect.
yeah. And she has a new jersey out. So pick one of those up. I picked one
Yeah.
up. I'm
Yeah.
excited for that one.
I'm still waiting for
baseball style.
Discmania to let me design jerseys for him. I'm going to start designing them for Alex.
That'd
Because
be
I have so
cool.
many good ideas for jerseys, and I did the initial Simon Lizotte Sky God jersey, and I haven't been invited back to do another one.
They're missing out, Manny. They're
know.
missing out.
One thing we didn't talk about is all the Discmania stuff. We'll have to talk about it in 2 weeks.
All right, let's do that. All right, on that note, see you in 2 weeks. Keep jamming it in the rough.
In the rough.